So in today's video, I'll be sharing about my tornado experience and how I thought it was going to be the last day for me, how I wasn't going to ever see my spouse, my kids, or my family again. Man, it was really traumatizing. It wasn't a nice experience. It wasn't pleasant at all. Yeah, I'll be sharing the pre and the post events of what happened on that fateful day, and 3 tips that I learned and I feel others should know as well, should in case they find themselves in such situation. So I'll be sharing this with you guys today in this video. Please stay tuned, stay with me, do not go anywhere. Let's enjoy it together and learn this lesson. Thank you. Hi everyone, happy new year. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of coming onto my channel, thank you for stopping by. You're at the right place. I really want to thank you, and please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. For my existing subscribers, my followers, I want to say thank you guys for still sticking by me. Please do not forget to like, share with your loved ones. Thank you so much. Today I'll be talking about my tornado experience. Yes, I said my tornado experience. Last year, if you guys noticed, I think the last time I posted was July 15th, 2021. And since then, I've really not had the courage to come up to post because I've been going through a lot, especially since that tornado happened. It was really devastating for me. I was really traumatized. To be honest with you, I thought that day was gonna be the end of it for me. But I mean, God said no, it's not your time, so you've got a long time to live. Yeah, I witnessed a tornado. I actually witnessed a tornado. My kids were not around, my spouse was not around. I was the only one at home, so you can imagine. Well, I'm here today, so yeah. Okay, so what happened actually? I was at work that morning. It was a Thursday, morning. That the tornado happened on a Thursday afternoon around 2:30 thereabout. So I got back from work, that morning. Before that day, myself and my spouse, we decided that, okay, you know what, let's take the kids to my kid sister's house in Toronto. That way we're able to manage our schedule for that week. So he took the kids with him when he was going, and then he dropped them off, and he was supposed to go to work. Yeah, he went to work actually. And I was supposed to go to work as well. So that night, so I didn't, was it night or I can't even remember anymore. But anyway, I went to work and I got back. And I got back. I was supposed to get back earlier, but I think someone didn't come up on time, so I had to stay back a little longer. So I think I left work around was it 10 a.m. or so thereabout, or 11 a.m. thereabout. And luckily, it was only me at home, so I was like, oh, the kids are not here, so I'm able to do one or two things before they get back and stuff like that. So I was editing my video, and that video was how I got into a nursing program in Canada. That was the video I edited that day. I was editing that day, and I think I posted it that day too. That was the last time I actually posted a video on YouTube. So it's been literally more than 7 months. As I finished posting that video, I noticed that there was a power surge, and suddenly everything went out. It went blank, and I'm like, oh, what's happening? And suddenly after when everything went blank, and I'm like, this is strange. And then I started hearing some weird noises. And that day was a Thursday, so usually the garbage truck comes to pick up the garbage for our street, our area that day. So when I was coming from work, I just took the garbage, whatever, and everything, because I had already taken hers. Then I put it in the garage, and I shut the garage, and I just went in and continued my business. And before the whole power surge and stuff like that. So I said, this is very weird. The wind just started coming. Woo. I'm like, what's happening? Before I could, say, I just shut the system. I'd already sent it, so it was already loading. So I shut the system, and I stood up, and I was going to check the window or to open the door. That I just want to know what's happening. Like, I've never heard this kind of noise. It's a very weird noise for, So as I was about to do that, I just started hearing bam, boom, bam, boom. What's happening? Before I knew it, the living room, I was in the living room actually. Before I knew it, the sliding door to the balcony, to the backyard, they call it backyard, yeah, balcony. No, is it balcony or backyard? I don't know. To the back anyway, where the fence is, just broke. I'm like, it don't happen. Ding, ding, ding. It don't happen. So I'm like, okay, so this is not normal. So I tried to look at the window in the living room. Then I saw the wind, like literally, like going woo 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 woo. I'm like, no, I can't go out in this situation. Then I started hearing things falling from upstairs. I'm like, this must be very serious. Immediately, then I got an alert that Tolado, sorry, the tornado was happening. I'm like, the emergency alert, usually you get an alert on the phone, I think everywhere in Canada or something, or the region where that thing is happening. So I got that on the phone. So at that point, I was like, God, I'm the only one at home. What am I going to do? I went into a panic mode. I immediately called my spouse. He was at work. So I'm like, look, something is happening right now. I don't know what to do. The wind is blowing, everywhere is breaking, the roof is falling, glasses are shattering. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I just want to let you know that tornado is happening. I got a message from the government or something, is it approving? So I don't know, but I just got a message and I was just in a panic mode. So he was like, just calm down. I'm like, I can't calm down, like literally can't calm down. I started pacing, the living room. I didn't know where to stay, to be honest with you, because I don't know what's going to fall off, or if the whole upstairs was going to fall on my head. I didn't know where to go to. It wasn't funny. I'm laughing now, but man, it wasn't funny. I was in a serious panic mode. I was having anxiety. I was in a panic attack. So my husband said it's okay, I should calm down, that maybe it should start coming. I said, coming to where? That guy, you can't come. What do you mean come? Like, I'm telling you that something's happening right now. You have to stay where you are right now. At least both of us cannot die. Even if I thought I have to, even if it is today for me, but for you, please, someone has to be, available to take care of the kids. 4 kids. What are we going to do? So I told him, do not dare it. Do not come. I'll be fine, hopefully. And hopefully the whole building doesn't fall on me, or I don't get a scratch. Let's fingers crossed. He said, keep calling me. Don't hang up. I said, I'm going to hang up. I need to call my siblings, just to tell them what's going on. And just in case anything happens to me, they can also know. So I hung up and I called my sister. And I told her, okay, this is what's happening. Tornado is happening right now in Canada, in Barrie, and I don't know what to do. I'm the only one at home. The kids are not here, thankfully, because on a normal day, my kids will be upstairs, especially our room, myself and my spouse's room. And usually they play there, or they lie down, they're sleeping, But for some reason, my room was really attacked, Back to the story. So I called my sister and she was like, what's going to happen? I started crying, and she was like, just calm down. She started crying, like, don't worry, I think everything's going to be fine, but I just want to let you know, but please don't tell mom and dad. And, I called both of them, my kid sister, my elder sister. Don't tell mom and dad yet. I don't want them to be in any form of distress, or, I don't want them to be panicking for nothing, So I was crying. I just said, God will take control. I had so many things going on in my mind. And that was it for me. That moment, I realized that this life is, you can either lose it in a second. And I was like, God, if it's your will that I go today, so be it. But if not, God, please protect me. Don't let any harm befall me, and do not let me, don't let anything fall on me that I won't even be able to move. I started having different kind of thoughts and prayers, and so I hung up the call. My husband kept calling me, and I'm like, guy, don't worry, I think everything will be fine. He was like, he has to leave. I'm like, don't leave, someone has to stay. Do not leave. I think everything will be fine. I'm not going to move. I'm going to sit right here in the living room. Long and short of the story, the thing went on and on. Wind blew the whole roof out and windows out. It was so bad. And here are the images. You can see. You know, it was so really bad. So after the whole event happened, I think it started around at about 2:30 p.m. that day, and it lasted for about, I wouldn't know, I would say maybe 30 minutes thereabout. And then by the time the whole thing went subsided, and by the time we came out, I tried to open the door. I wanted to be sure. I started surveying everything that happened, the old damages and everything. And then I came out, and by the time I came out, I saw paramedics. I saw, in fact, oh my God, it's good to be in a working system. I tell you, like this country, before everywhere, police officers, van patrols, emergency van, everything was just there. For those who sustained injuries, they were already taking care of them, boom, 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 tiring and everything. I'm like, yo, this country is really working. So the I think the firefighters started going on each houses, started knocking, and then they came to my house. And they were like, they knocked, and I was like, who is at home with you? I said, no, I was the only person at home. And they said, did you sustain an injury? I said, no, I'm fine. They said, did you go to the basement? I said, no, basement. I said, that's even dangerous. Why would I go to the basement? Only me at home. Like, if anything ever happens, you're never going to find us to start packing our stuff. So I quickly picked up a few things. There were glasses everywhere, shattered in the room and everything. So clearly you can't sleep. Roof was open, the windows were open, so you couldn't definitely sleep there. So I picked up my little bag. At that point I couldn't even video. Because I was tense. That was the first time I'm experiencing something like that. I never thought in my life I would ever experience something like that. I usually watch it in the movie, but this one, it was happening to me in real life. And to make matters worse, I was the only one at home. So my heart was really like off my chest. Like, God, please just save me. Save me, God, save me. Left the house with a little briefcase, and I went to where the old shelter was. Immediately, they were able to get us a place while we started calling our insurance. Now, the purpose of this video is that, coming to an environment like this, I'm from a country where usually the weather is cool, there's nothing like tornado, and everything is always hot. You're coming to a cold environment, and then with tornado experiences, environmental stuff like this, it was a new experience for me, to be honest with you. And I was really torn. Like, I was really traumatized. I didn't know what to do. Anyways, my husband finished work, eventually came later when everything has subsided, and we started calling, our insurance. We didn't even know the process, but we called the after service people then at that point. Anyway, we got the insurance involved, and so they took it from there for like 3 days, 3 nights or so, because my kids were supposed to come back. I think it was that day that tornado happened. But for some reason, I just want to thank God, because my kids were not home. They didn't witness such, because I don't even know what would have happened. Or if my kid was sleeping, the baby was sleeping in that room that was really messed up or damaged. Maybe the wind would have carried it. I don't know. Anyways, so we called the insurance, and then they swung into action. Guys, it's very important that when you're in this part of the world, you do the right thing. Like, make sure your house is insured. Whether you're renting or whether you're the owner, try to make sure that you are insured, to be honest with you. Personally, be insured. I'm not saying this because I'm a licensed insurance broker. I'm saying this because of the experience that I actually went through. Look, it's not even a good thing. Like, that is not something anybody should, witness or should go through, because it's really traumatizing. Like, I was really traumatized, and I was supposed to start school in September. The whole thing was just upside down. Well, now the insurance got involved. So, because of course, we had our insurance. We were one of the best insurance, to be honest with you. So they got us like, you, ha. So I was really happy we had a very good insurance company, covering the house. And they immediately swung into action. They got us a place at somewhere in New Market. Yeah, that's about 40 minutes away from here. 40 there about, yeah. a old apartment, of course, no, a house actually. Yeah, so we stayed there, even though it was tough for me driving all the way back, because I work in Barry. But again, it was a very wonderful place. We stayed there for like a month, and was really nice. And after that, we were able to sort ourselves out, and then while the renovation was happening, we eventually got a new place, and then we moved to the new place. So it wasn't that bad, but again, within that July and September, it was really traumatizing for me, because the kids were supposed to start school, in September. You must have, of course, had your plans, make sure that the kids are ready to go to school and everything. And then this thing happened, and then they threw us to New Market. I'm like, God, how am I going to do this? Like, my kids are going to be going to school in New Market or not? So I was really mounting pressure on the insurance company to please see what they can do. So, for us to be able to be back on our feet by the new school year. And thankfully everything worked out well. Moral of this story, guys, it wasn't fun, but I think I'm over it now. For me to start talking about it, I'm over it. And I just want to tell people out there, whenever you're coming to a country like this, be prepared for anything. Anything can happen. I didn't call for this. I didn't pray for me to experience it. I didn't pray for where my house is to have the tornado, experience or whatever. But just be prepared for whatever it is when you're coming to Canada as a newcomer, as someone that's been living here before. It can be anywhere, it can happen anywhere, to be honest with you. So just three tips I want to tell you guys. Make sure you always have an emergency fund. It's very important, because you don't know how long you're going to stay out of your home, or you don't know what your insurance company is going to be willing to cover. So make sure you have emergency fund. Don't spend lao. That's the language in my country. Make sure you save. Every penny counts. And that's one. Two, safety position for situations like this. I never knew that I was supposed to go to the basement. It was on that day I got to know that I was supposed to go to the basement, and maybe probably just stay in the washroom or stay somewhere where I know when things are falling, it won't come heavily on me directly. But I didn't know that. Again, I wasn't, I don't know. I didn't know. Anyway, I didn't know. But I got to know that day that usually once tornado is happening like that, hurricane or something, try and stay below the ground or something like that. So basement was actually ideal for me to go. So I got to know that day. And of course, the last thing I would say is home insurance. It is very key. I would not overemphasize this. Every house, every home should have an insurance coverage. It will cover you, cover your property, it will cover your content, your jewelry, for those of you that are very luxury. So try and make sure that you have home insurance, to cover flood, whatever it is. Just make sure you read your policy and everything like that. I know we are not so good in reading policies and everything, but this part of the world is very, very, very important that we read everything. Trust me. So now I'm more detailed when it comes to insurance, car, my personal insurance, anything. That said, if you're in Canada and you're looking for a side hustle, reach out to me. It's good to be an insurance broker, by the way. So I just had to quickly chip that in. So yeah, so guys, and that's why I actually was out for a while. I had to, get myself back. It was really tough for me, and the kids didn't understand anyways. So, and I'm glad they didn't know. They didn't understand. They were just wondering, Mommy, why? What's happening? Why are we not coming home? I'm like, oh, stay with your auntie. We're not coming home for now. And then when we eventually moved to New Market, I'm like, okay, Mommy, did you get a new place here? I said, no, this is just temporary. We're going to a new place very soon. So yeah, so God was so great. We were able to get a new home. And in August. And that was shortly before my birthday. And I think I posted a video and I was just thanking God, because I don't know if I was going to be alive before my birthday. But I'm here today. I was alive for the birthday, and I'm here today giving, sharing this information with you guys. So yeah, so that was it. That was the event. So that's why I've not really been out there. I've not really had the courage to come back, but I'm back now, and I'll be dishing out videos about myself, about my, anything important that you would need to know as a newcomer or as someone that has been here before, and school, anything, Canada, just everything Canada, anything Canada. So guys, so that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you learned one or two things from this video. I really did enjoy, or gain something. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Support your girl, and I'm really grateful. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, it's bye for me. Bye guys.